wall chargers, like the phone chargers on the wall, a lot of hidden cameras in those. So be careful of those. And by the way, the first thing you want to do when you get to an Airbnb or a hotel, look for things that are out of place. Like if you see a wall charger or something, there could be something in that. So this woman did it to show you how to do that. She found a little camera in a wall charger and a phone charger just using her flashlight. Watch.
These could be very inconspicuous and look just like a charger. And by looking at it with the naked eye, you wouldn't even see a thing. Let's look a little closer. Grabbing a flashlight. Look right in the middle. What do you see? What do you see? You're at a hotel or an Airbnb and this is plugged in. You just think, oh, somebody left this in the bathroom. Look for things that are out of place, that are facing an interesting direction, like the shower or a toilet.
Yeah, and it'll turn bluish or purplish. The lens will usually look bluish or purplish when you do that. But there are actually devices. That's just kind of if you're on the fly and you don't have a device with you. A couple of things that you can do that'll help. But there are actually devices out there that you can buy on Amazon right now or just about anywhere and won't break the bank that can actually find hidden cameras. They're hidden camera finders. I want to bring in our guest, a private investigator and detective, Ray Ranno from Ranno Investigative Services. How you doing, Ray?
How are you? Oh, let me put down my hidden camera. How you doing?
Is there one in that?
Absolutely. If you take a look here, looks like a normal coffee cup. And around the ridge, you see that has a little indentations. One of them is the actual pinhole lens. And then inside is the mechanism where you have the SIM card that you can turn it on and off. You can put on timers. You can do anything you want. You put the cap back on, you walk into any location, drinking a coffee, and you can do whatever you want. You can leave it on the counter, videotape people that way. Absolutely. They're in everything these days.
What else are they in? I mean, I know wall chargers. My advice is if you see a phone charger that is kind of in an Airbnb, anything left around, is your advice to kind of just clear the house of anything laying around, water bottles, coffee cups, wall chargers. Just get rid of those. Put them off in a drawer.
I don't leave my house without my equipment, because I obviously know what's going on out there. My best advice is anything that doesn't belong or need to be there, take it out and put it in a drawer and close the drawer. If it doesn't need to be there, it shouldn't be there, because they are literally hidden in everyday items. This is a digital photograph frame. And if you can see here, I'll try to get as close as I can. The little O, it's got the little pinhole.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Absolutely. And this thing could just sit up.
And it's just not something you would look at.
You just don't pay attention. Now, this is digital, so they would probably have their own personal photos. But if I could just take a regular frame with this and have just a background of a cabin with trees and a nice lake hanging on the wall, it's just going to run. It's going to transmit right to wherever the individual who owns the property, who has access to the Wi-Fi, is the important part. They're going to be able to view it live.
That's insane. All right, so you have a couple of items of things we can buy that won't break the bank. Like I want to start with this RF finder, right?
Yes. I have it here.
Show me what it does and how it works.
RF finder stands for radio frequency. There are higher, lower end ones on the market. This is a little bit lower end, which is fine. You have to put in a little more work to figure out exactly where the signal is coming from. So when you turn this on, you're going to see it's got the meter. Okay, so as you go to walk around and you get close to certain items that are actually putting out a signal, this is going to start to vibrate, and the indicator light's going to go higher the stronger it gets, the closer it gets to the signal. So you will immediately turn it on. But the best thing to do is try to turn off your cell phones, turn off anything that you know is putting out a signal so you don't have that interference. So go in, turn off all your cell phones. If there's anything that's putting out a signal in the unit, unplug it just to get rid of some of the chatter in the room, basically we call it. So if you eliminate that, it's going to be a lot easier to figure out where the signal's coming from. And then you just generally go around and sweep. This is a little bit of light in case you have to look behind a dresser or something and see in. And you scan every inch of the place, eye level. Obviously, if you're going to get up higher to a smoke detector, you're going to need to stand on a chair. But you get close to it with this, within maybe a foot or two, it'll start to really take off on the actual indicator. And once it starts getting a little bit higher, you're closer to the signal. You have to look at that area at that time and then figure out what here could have something in it and just start taking everything apart.
Wow, and you can just get that on Amazon. It's $50. I know there are some that are probably a little better that are in a few $100s. But here we have it on the screen right now. Here's one of them for $50.
Yep, that is the same one here. That's exactly that one here, the one I just showed you. And then you have
just walk around the house.
Yeah, that's it. And then you have a little higher end one here. See, it's already going off. It's a little stronger. It picks up more signal. and it has a little bit more squelching capability just to help you direct on where the signal's coming from. But you don't got to break the bank. If you're in a particular area, like especially an Airbnb, you will find it with the other device as well.
And you have some other ones too. You have a lens finder, an optical finder.
Yeah, these come in all shapes and sizes. It's kind of similar to what you were trying to portray with the light from your cell phone. This actually is an indicator. See the red blinking lights, because all lenses are reflective by nature. So they actually give you the glass screen to look through so that you're not blinding yourself with the red light. As you look through the actual red light, which is not disturbing your eye, any lens, whether it's going to be one that's self-contained where it's recording onto an SD card, or if it's transmitting out through the Wi-Fi or other sources, a transmitter built into the unit, this is going to reflect that lens. If you turn off the lights especially, but even with the lights on during the day, any lens, even a pinhole lens, and I'll try to show you here. So here is the love is the word here, and as I do that, can you get closer?
We can't see.
Yeah, you can't. But it does.
But for you, what does it look like? What does it look like for you when you look through that?
It just basically looks like, because the red lighting itself doesn't really reflect off of the surface I'm putting it on that bright, but the actual lens is shooting that red back at me. So I just see a red spot, and it's just indicating that there is a lens. Whether it's working or not, that we don't know until we take it apart, but it's definitely there.
Wow. Anything else we should buy? Any other little gadgets you have there, or are those the two big ones?
Well, scanners and lens finders are going to be your big ones in this case. But you have to remember, though, not everything runs off of a signal. You know, like this particular unit here is actually self-contained. So I can place this down. Let's say I'm an owner of an Airbnb. I don't have to watch it live because I have full access to the place before you go in and after you go in. So I'll put the SIM card built into the side here. Just put a little SIM card right in there. Turn it on, put it down, hang it on the wall, whatever. You go about your business for the 3 or 4 days you rent the unit. I come back in, pull out the card, pop it in my laptop.
One simple rule about buying olive oil from Italy or Greece: throw it in the trash.
This is how you can tell if you're all.
And I've got everything.
You're watching me in the bathroom. You're watching me in the bedroom. There's also something you can do, and I know you like this one, so I want to show this video. There is a network scanner. There's just an app on your phone called Fing that you can download, and it will literally check the Wi-Fi, because a lot of these cameras, as you mentioned, Ray, they are transmitting out, so these creeps can watch it in real time wherever they are, sort of like that experiment I did in the beginning of the show. You can be 2 miles away or 2,000 miles away. They can watch you having sex in your bedroom. They can watch you showering in the bathroom. They can watch you doing whatever you want. And this app scans the Wi-Fi in that area to see what devices are on it. Roll clip 7 real quick, and we'll talk about this on the back end.
It's picked up that there's an unknown camera in our network. So in the results here, we can see unknown camera has been discovered. So Fing can discover various devices in your network. Notice here we see a Raspberry Pi. Here we see a router. Here we see a whole bunch of phones. But it can also discover IP cameras and other devices. And then you can decide what to do with those devices. Automatically block them or permit them and deny only the devices that you manually want to deny. It's really up to you.
That's pretty cool. So what do you like Fing to download for all of our apps?
I do. A lot of situations where I do bug sweeping for clients is in their own home between spouses that are getting divorced, and they have access to their own Wi-Fi. So I always tell them, one, change the password right away. That cuts off any video that's going outward. Secondly, go through and see what was connected in there. You'll be able to tell what was connected to that. But they have access to the password to get in and check it. When you go to an Airbnb, you do not have access. So that's where this app comes in, because you can still pull that in and you can still search somebody else's Wi-Fi network to see what's on it, even though you don't have access to it.
Right, so you can see, why are there 4 cameras on here? Why are there 3 cameras on here? And you can actually, on that app, disable them.
Yeah, you can actually just X them right out. Absolutely. It'll block it, basically.
That's unbelievable. There are some creeps out there. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks.
No, you're very welcome. Just one tip, if it's okay to say. If somebody does find one of these units, if somebody finds one of these units in an Airbnb, in a hotel, in their personal home during a separation, do not pull it out. Call the police department, have them come in, because you want to maintain the chain of custody. If you start pulling things out and getting your fingerprints on it, they'll have a harder time getting that individual arrested. So leave it to the police, find it, report it, and have them pull it.
Yeah, because we want to catch these bastards. We don't want to just pull the thing out and let them get away with it. We want to get them in the act, which is the best way to convict them. Thank you for all. Yeah, damn right. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Wow. If you